Now at 6, how the federal gas tax holiday proposed by President Biden could impact local highway projects. Plus,
now that it's summer, more people may be headed to the lake. But with water accidents already occurring, the GRDA has some tips so you can stay safe on the water. I'm Bronte Sorotsky with those details.
And Crawford County Mental Health Center holds a seminar on human trafficking.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
President Biden is proposing a gas tax holiday, which would suspend the national gas tax for 3 months. This is KOAM News at 6. According to AAA, the Joplin area has the lowest average price for a gallon of gas right now in the state, $4.44 a gallon. The gas tax holiday would drop that by around 18 cents. Officials with MoDOT say it's too early to know if the holiday, if approved, would impact current or future projects in the state. Officials with KDOT say they're not worried.
Our impression is that the revenues coming from the federal government towards our budget would not, even if reduced some, would not be significant enough to impact our overall budget or our projects that are now in process.
Tonight at 9 and 10, we're going to hear more on the potential impact on how local senators feel about the issue. AAA reports gas prices have been trending down coming into the 4th of July weekend. Missouri is averaging $4.64 a gallon, Kansas $4.62, Oklahoma $4.61, Arkansas $4.48. The national average for gas is at $4.94 a gallon. Authorities deploy a tactical team to end a police standoff in Quapaw. Marshals responded to a report of shots fired in a domestic disturbance yesterday. Authorities say they cornered a suspect in a home on Cayuga Street in Quapaw. Officials say afterward, when the person inside refused to come out, a Cherokee Nation tactical team used OC gas to force him from the home. Other people inside were removed safely. Authorities have not released the name of that suspect. A federal lawsuit is challenging a decades-old Missouri law that limits the extent to which volunteers can provide ballot booth help to people who have disabilities or are unable to read or write. The lawsuit targets a 1977 Missouri law that says people can only provide voting assistance to one other person per election unless they are election judges or immediate family members. The suit says the law violates the Federal Voting Rights Act. A similar lawsuit is pending against an Arkansas law. Let's check in with Doug Hetty for a first look at the weather.
Well, another hot one for us today, but we did get some isolated thunderstorms, mainly on the Missouri side by mid to late afternoon, and most of these have rolled off toward the east. So most of us are dry now. We do still have some clouds out there, but any thunderstorms kind of down to our southeast toward Branson. Everybody else looks pretty good. We also have a cluster of thunderstorms out across central Kansas. Some of these may skirt our northern counties late tonight into tomorrow morning, but most of these will stay to our north and kind of head toward the Kansas City metro area. All right, a little bit cooler on the Missouri side where there's more clouds, more sunshine. You jump into the 90s in Oklahoma, also southeastern Kansas. So heat indices today really haven't been as bad, kind of in that 95-ish degree range. We're going to drop back through the 80s into the 70s, really heating up the next couple days. We'll look at that coming up.
All right, see you then. Summer and heating up the next few days. It means more people are going to be heading out in the water, and if that includes you, well, the Grand River Dam Authority has some tips to help enjoy the water safely. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky was at Grand Lake and has more.
4th of July is almost upon us, and this water is soon to be filled with boaters and people looking to cool down in the water. But if you are looking to do that this holiday, there are some safety tips to keep in mind.
4th of July is our busiest time on the water. That is our busy weekend. We always see a lot more people come out that maybe haven't had a chance to come out earlier in the summer or maybe won't come out again. But certainly, yes, 4th of July is really the peak boating season on Grand Lake.
Since Memorial Day weekend, the Grand River Dam Authority police have recovered one body from Grand Lake and one from Flint Creek. It's why they're stressing boating safety as we head into summer.
Well, there are 3 things that we always stress: boat smart, boat safe, and boat sober.
Boat smart, know about the vessel you're going to be operating. Boat sober, don't drink and drive a boat. But the biggest one, boat safe. Wear a life jacket.
We stress that to everybody. Wear your life jacket. Of course, Oklahoma law requires kids a certain age to have a life jacket on, and it also requires life jackets to be in the boat for everybody. But we like to see everybody have that jacket on.
With extra boaters on the water, the GRDA is also reminding everyone to take their time and to be careful.
The lake's big enough for everybody. You know, we expect a large crowd, but it's big enough to accommodate everybody if you'll just take your time and just enjoy yourself. So always watch out for the other guy, watch your speed, and you know, make sure you're obeying the no wake signs in those areas under bridges and things like that.
In Langley, Oklahoma, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
Now, if you do encounter an emergency on the water, you should call 911 or Marine Band Channel 16 on your radio. Some four-staters get a lesson on human trafficking in the workplace. The Crawford County Mental Health Center brought together area human resource professionals for today's seminar. The guest speaker of the meeting was Ada Hutchcraft, a spiritual care specialist from Ascension Via Christi. The presentation stressed the importance of observable signs to look for in the workplace and stigmas the professionals should be aware of.
In the hospital, you would automatically just basically assume everyone coming in that was beat up or something like that would be involved in domestic violence. And after today, that's definitely not the case. And it's going to allow me to kind of look more into that and see the sides of human trafficking and the difference and how to start recognizing those differences.
The participants were also taught about how to approach sensitive situations involving trafficking to protect the victim and themselves. A ranch in Pineville, Missouri is helping area heroes deal with mental health struggles. A new program called Warrior Path is the nation's first non-clinical program made by veterans for veterans struggling with PTSD, depression, and other challenges associated with trauma. The monthly program is free for all veterans and first responders who want to make peace with the past and live in the present. Veterans will enjoy archery, farming, and other outdoor activities while healing from trauma together.
The Warrior Path program, one is it's the first post-traumatic growth program that's ever been created, and it is to help veterans and first responders with the struggles that they may be going through with PTSD, anxiety, depression, and those kind of things.
Again, the Warrior Path program is at no cost to veterans and first responders seeking healing through horseback riding, archery, and a lot more. Coming up, the Joplin Rotary Club presents their Rotarian of the Year Award, plus a groundbreaking for a brand new bank.
T.H. Rudd.
Police and firefighters in Miami reached a new contract with the city for higher wages. The Miami City Council approved the new contracts after months of negotiations. The contract for the fire department is for 2 years. It'll reduce how many years a firefighter needs to put in before being promoted to lieutenant and captain, as well as raising wages. The city expected it to cost more than $150,000 over that 2-year period. Miami Police also agreed to a 2-year deal. It'll also lower the requirements for promotions and cover wage increases for all employees. This one's expected to cost $171,000 over 2 years. You can find out more about what the contracts include on our website, koamnewsnow.com. The Rotary Club of Joplin has a new recipient of the Rotarian of the Year Award. Congratulations to Audi Dennis, the new Rotarian of the Year. The award is designated for the Rotarian who has clearly stood out in demonstrating service above self and commitment to the 4-way test during the previous year.
Very humbling, very humbling. I honestly was taken by surprise, and just to be nominated and recognized by a group of people the caliber of the members that we have in this club is very humbling.
Again, our congratulations. The award was designed by Joplin artist Jorge Leyva. Old Missouri Bank and the Carthage Chamber of Commerce held a groundbreaking ceremony for the start of construction on a brand new bank. This new one is going to be next to the old one. It's going to be bigger. They're going to be adding at least 2 additional positions.
We've just been blown away by the support that customers and the community have given us, and so we're very excited to be working on our permanent facility here to be able to assist customers well into the future.
They're looking for the construction to be completed next summer. A little bit later, a champion wrestler hosts a wrestling clinic at Pittsburgh High School.
Plus, the heat really kicks in over the next couple days. We'll check that out coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be another hot one for us today. We did get some isolated thunderstorms in here during the afternoon, especially on the Missouri side. Just kind of hit and miss, and then they just pushed right on through. Now most of us are dry. Nice shot. Lander Chevrolet Tower Cam, southeast side of the city. So we're looking at eastbound traffic toward the 249 loop. All right, we saw all that rain in the month of May and then the first half of June, but the past couple weeks, we've really dried out. If we look at our drought tracker, we're still in pretty good shape. You can see it is definitely drying out a little bit on the Kansas side. So that's something we want to monitor as we go into the next couple of months, but at least right now we're still okay. Clouds thicker on the Missouri side due to those scattered showers and thunderstorms, so temperatures mainly into the mid 80s. Then you hit the lower 90s once you get across Kansas and also Oklahoma. Heat indices, especially western counties, in that 95 to about 100 degree range. 7th and range line currently outside sitting at 86. Easterly winds at about 10. Humidity at 63%. Through the evening hours, we drop back through the 80s, 70s, eventually into lower 70s later on tonight. All right, this scattered to isolated thunderstorms we had earlier today, these have all rolled off toward the south and to the east. So we look good. You can see a couple little guys down through Benton County, but besides that, not too much going on here. Another big cluster out across central Kansas. Most of these are going to stay to our north near Kansas City as we go through the overnight hours tonight. So most of us are going to stay dry through the overnight hours. Let's go through time. You can see a few of those storms. They try to kind of clip our far northern counties over the next couple hours. We dip back, lower 70s, still the storms to the north by morning. As we go through the morning hours, we warm up to near 90. By about the noon hour, still storms to our north, and we may get an isolated pop-up thunderstorm again tomorrow afternoon, mainly on the Missouri side. But temperatures really start to heat up. 71 to start, 91 by noon, high temp right around 96. Southerly winds are going to be light at about 5 to 10. All right, tomorrow night, we dip back once again only into the upper 70s, then we heat up again. On Saturday, I think we'll go into the upper 90s for highs. We are going to get a cold front that slips in Saturday evening into the overnight hours, and along and north of the front, we should get some scattered showers and thunderstorms. These could produce some widespread heavy amounts of rain, which that is definitely something that we could use. So at least we have a decent chance for scattered thunderstorms as we head into Sunday morning. All right, heat indices still up there, about 100 to 105 for us tomorrow. Saturday, about 105 to 110 during the afternoon hours. 96 tomorrow, 98 Saturday, 83 on Sunday, quite a bit cooler. Those morning storms, high of only 82 on Monday, 85 on Tuesday, so a slow warming trend through the week, but it's going to feel pretty good early next week.
Yeah, that'll be welcome. And in the meantime, a lot of folks are hoping that their lawn or garden's going to get a little bit of that scattered rain.
Yeah, we need some rain.
You bet. Thanks, Doug. Missouri American Water has lifted a precautionary boil water advisory that had been issued for around 150 customers in South Joplin. It was issued after a water main break caused water pressure to drop in the affected area. Tests have confirmed the water is now safe. Crews today removed the old transmitter from the top of our broadcast tower. For now, we're broadcasting from a temporary transmitter lower on the tower as we prepare to put the new, more powerful transmitter at the top. Our signal, it's kind of glitchy for some of you right now. We know that's for the time being, but when this project is finished, we're going to be broadcasting with more power than ever. Check it out. Check out the progress anytime on our website, koamnewsnow.com/power. Danny joins us now. The Outlaws aim for their third straight win today.
Yeah, Joplin has actually made it to the top of the South Division standings, looking to stay hot today against St. Joe. And a champion wrestler is in Pittsburgh today, passing down her knowledge to local girl wrestlers. That and more next. Pittsburgh High School hosts an all-girls wrestling clinic this afternoon, led by champion wrestler Nicole Moore. Moore is a U23 national champion and a two-time NAIA All-American at Baker University. Today, she led around 25 local girls through a 3-hour clinic. It was an opportunity for these wrestlers to learn skills and techniques from a female role model.
These girls need to see someone doing what they're doing, you know, someone like them, right? Someone that resembles them, and that's not me. I'm a guy, right? So it's good to see another girl that's in college, that's on the world level, on the world team. It gives these girls something to inspire to be.
A lot of times we're constantly practicing with guys, we're constantly mixed in with guys teams. Sometimes it's nice to see how fast the sport's growing and that there are other women out there doing the sport and doing it with us, and that there's women at high levels doing the sport.
Over in Columbus, another wrestling camp is being held this week. Michael D'Agostino is leading the Get Wild Wrestling Camp. D'Agostino is a two-time Division I NCAA All-American. It's a 2-day camp with sessions today and tomorrow.
At this age, it's just mostly about like having fun at camp and also just learning the basics, because that's kind of where it's all going to start. I think a lot of these kids have only been wrestling like 2 years maybe, so it's like their first camp since because of COVID they didn't do camps, so for a lot of them this is like their first wrestling camp, so you want to make like a good experience and fun for them.
The Joplin Outlaws are in the middle of an 8-game road trip. They're 9-8 overall this season and have won 4 of their last 5 games. Joplin is in St. Joe this evening taking on the Mustangs. The season series with the Mustangs is tied at 1 game apiece. First pitch is tonight at 7 p.m. We'll have the latest at 10. At the Men's College World Series, Arkansas faces Ole Miss in an elimination game. The Rebels grind out the win today 2-0. Arkansas couldn't get much off of Ole Miss pitcher Dylan DeLucia. He went the distance on the mound today, tossing a shutout with 7 strikeouts. Now Ole Miss will face Oklahoma in the World Series Finals. That's it for sports. We're back after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Laura Clipfond Wright served in the U.S. Marine Corps from 1990 to 2016. Her hometown, Arma, Kansas. And we salute Chief Warrant Officer Laura Clipfond Wright, a 4-state hero. Don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. You can get severe weather updates sent right to your phone, and it doesn't cost a thing. It's in the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Now, here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Going to hear how FedEx will start changing their delivery process to prove packages were actually delivered on people's doorsteps. Also, we're going to hear about new guidelines to keep your baby safe while sleeping. And the U.S. Supreme Court hands down its most significant gun ruling in a decade. That and a lot more, of course, it's all coming up tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A lot of us are hoping maybe we'll get a few drops of rain on our lawns or gardens.
Yeah, we could definitely use it, especially with the heat outside. Heating up again, 96 tomorrow, 98 on Saturday. We could get some thunderstorms in here late Saturday night into Sunday morning. That's definitely our best shot over the next few days.
Final sports note.
Well, Pittsburgh Wrestling also holding Grapple on the Gridiron this evening. It's a duel at Carney Smith Stadium on the football field. Pretty cool event.
All kinds of wrestling going on. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.
Salon service is provided